Hi there, welcome back to Not Another Budget. I'm Nicole, and on this channel I'm attempting to cash budget my way out of debt and fix several years of financial misbehaviour. And if that's something you're interested in following along with, please do stick around and check out the other content that I've created for you. It means so much that you're here with me today. Now, August, or at least my August, because my August starts on the 29th of July, is upon me, and that means that it is my last month on an inconsistent income, with lots of money coming in at different times, with having to really monitor my cash flow because, oh my goodness, that hit me over the head in July horrendously in a way that cash flow was always going to be a problem in terms of what I had in my account when, particularly during this period of study and like unemployment and things like that. But July hit me like a hammer and a ton of bricks, and we getting all the hitting analogies. It was horrendous. You'll see my July roundup video. I need to film it. I'm currently it's like 1 o'clock in the morning here in the UK, and there's money on my brain. So I've been working on my budget. I sat down to try and do a plan. I'm still quite awake, possibly running on adrenaline and sleep deprivation. So I can sleep tomorrow during the day. It's fine. But I thought I would take you through my August budget because it is very, very different in terms of how it is structured to anything that's come before. And that is because of what is coming up. Now, this, like I said, is my last month of inconsistent income. All of my submissions have gone in. All of the course that I've been doing has gone in. I'm waiting on my final grade, but I've passed the individual modules themselves. So I'm just hoping the final assignment is enough for me to pass. If I pass, and that is the case, as of September, I will enter teacher training in the UK. I will be returning to education as a postgraduate student with the aim to achieve a postgraduate certificate of education. That's the one. Lots of postgrads going on there, and qualified teacher status at secondary school level, and that starts from September. In fact, I have an inset day on the 31st for all teacher trainees. Do excuse me, I'm very croaky because hay fever. So August is looking very, very different. I've had to do a thing, and you'll see what I've done. So the spread for August is very cloudy. It's very grey. It's like September was always my new year for me. It would have been a year since I started the channel, a year since I've started this whole budgeting thing, and I've always structured I love autumn, I love fall. It's my favourite time of year. But to lead into this and to do it well and to set myself up for success, because as of September I'll have both my student loan payments kicking in and then my bursary payments kicking in from October relatively regularly. I need to make sure that I'm not getting caught out on things. And it felt like in July there was a lot of times I was staring at my bank account going, hang on, why has that bill tried to be taken? I've paid you, and then frantically going back and checking, and yes, I've paid, and why is it trying to be taken again? So I do suspect that somewhere along the line in the past 6 or 7 months, on a couple of the smaller bills, I think I've missed a payment somewhere, and I've been perpetually playing catch up without realising it. So you will see that reflected in this month's budget, and also the fact that it's starting on the 29th of July and ending on the 4th of September. So I cross over 3 months, essentially, So let's show you how I'm doing this. I am doing this. My August is going to be split into a part 1 and a part 2. And this is because money I have coming in when and what my cash flow is looking like. So purple is part 1. It's running from the 29th of July to the 14th of August. The biggest payment I've got coming in is here on the 9th, and that's my universal credit payment of around 780, I'm estimating, but I have been wrong on this before. So it's about 2.5 weeks ish. Part 2 is a little bit longer. It's running from the 15th of August to the 4th of September. And we've got my rent payment, which is 850, and we've got a bursary payment of 700 2 days beforehand. And it's running over 3 weeks and 1 day. I've had to kind of shave this off and split it down here. Now, the good news is because I'm at home and I am really taking the time to like go through and do all of the things I wanted to catch up on. I'm aware that I missed my own targets that I've set myself for Vinted for the past couple of months because of the amount of time the course was taking from me. That is now done, and I want to get my house and my life and my clutter structured in a way that when I am training and working next year, it's not going to be an impact. So my monthly goals are to relax and basically be at home and enjoy myself, not go out and enjoy myself. That I don't find that enjoying. And have a good sort out and list and clear everything. So obviously there's a colour code there. In terms of what that looks like, let me zoom you back out again. Please don't be sorry for the technical glitches there, guys. There's nothing like turning selfie mode on your camera when you're trying to zoom out at 1 o'clock in the morning and just having a general bit of alarm when you see a portion of your face you weren't expecting to see. Anyway, so this is what it is looking like. I have slightly reconfigured my own planner. Instead of expense tracking, obviously following along from the budget page, I'm going to income track, because the time money went in July and the time I had to pay things out, I was not very good at doing that. You will see the same again for part 2. Part 1 is purple, part 2 are green. Are we all there? Brilliant, fantastic. Right, so like I said, part 1 and in theory part 2, I've just not written it down. In part 2, the goals are to relax, listing and house sorting. Now let's try and zoom in again and hope I don't go into selfie mode. That would be fortunate. There we go. Okay, hopefully that's all clear. I didn't quite mean to make the graphic this dark. I didn't really know what I wanted to do in August, but anyway, that's not what we're here to talk about. Based on timing, my mileage claim payout that was meant to come in July and cause me a massive headache in terms of cash turnover and cash flow. Can we get the feeling here? This is why I don't record videos at 1 o'clock in the morning. I hope you're all enjoying yourselves. It's going to basically factor into August's budget. By the time it pays out, it's going to be August for me. So £138 is going in. That's been confirmed. I've had the remittance come through. I'm estimating universal credit at 780, and that is coming in on the 9th. Vinted, I'm estimating £50 a week. That's the target I'm setting for myself. I'm hoping to exceed it. And then other income, which is things like cashback, surveys that I can't get vouchers for, any car boots, Facebook Marketplace, eBay, anything like that. Anything that's not Vinted related income or confirmed other income is other at 150, leaving me a total estimated budgeted income, and I kind of need it to be this, let's be honest, is £1,168 for this first half. Now, what is different this time round is that the 2 big payments that I've got coming in, the £700 and then the £780, they are not by themselves enough to cover my big balloon payment of £850 rent. They also come out at a time when I have other bills and I still need to eat and do other things, and as I've seen so far, this little bit extra here has been a bit inconsistent. So what I'm going to do is, out of those 2 big payments, I'm going to save half of my rent, £425 each. That should then leave me enough out of them to cover the extra bills that I've got coming out, food, fuel, anything like that. It takes the pressure off and still means that I've got good cash flow going through, which is not what happened in July. In July, I was literally running around like I liquidated all of my sinking funds, all the money that you'd see me stashing. You'll see a bit more of this when I do the roundup video, but I liquidated everything down to the last penny to get money in the account to make sure I had everything in there. So July's cash flow was awful. The money on paper was good in terms of earnings, considering it was inconsistent, but it was not in the account when I needed it to be. It wasn't even in cash when I needed it to be. So there we go. My mobile is £28.60, council tax is £15, Microsoft £5.99, Instant Ink £4.49, pet insurance £21.78, contents insurance £8, car insurance £56, Spotify £9.99, Now TV £9.99. That's the first batch of bills that I've got going out within this date period. It's a total of £584.84 and a leftover of £583.16. I am going to do the £100 food challenge again. I still have food left in my pantry. There will be a separate video about how I've prepped for that and sorted it, as well as a bit of a food shop haul. I'm intrigued to see if I can do it. Now, this is only going to go from the 29th of July to the 28th of August. I don't think I can stretch it and run it to the full 6-ish weeks that this budget is going to be for. Realistically, when I have that weekend between my inset day and the school term starting, I'll probably be needing to do a lot of batch cooking to get myself ahead. I can see myself being quite tired that first week of work and not really wanting to come in and cook and just wanting to put something in the microwave. So I have allowed for the full £100 in this first week. If it rolls over in this first kind of part of August, if it rolls over and I still have money out of the challenge left to spend in part 2's budget, which I will show you in a second, then that will be accounted for, as well as the separate food payment from the 28th of August to the 4th of September. Hope that makes sense there. Fuel is 40. I don't have as much driving around to do, but you never know. That's about £20 a week. Cat is 30. Medical is 10. Household is 20. Spendy is 80. Bed is 70. I do still need to replace the bed. There was not the budget there in last month's income. There wasn't the income there last month to do it. I had both the tyres and the bed to potentially cover. I was able to cover the tyres. They were a necessity, an urgent and an emergency. The bed is still relatively urgent. I'm a severe asthmatic with additional lung concerns, and I'm on a mattress on the floor. It's with a manky carpet that I cannot get my landlord to replace. So it is a bit of an issue now that the tyres are not an issue, but need to see if I can afford to do that. In total, that's an estimated spend of £350. My spending, I'm still going to give myself £80. As I work through the house, I know I will find things that I will want to replace or repair or put up on walls, or like put a light bulb in a thing that's broken. So that's really going to cover that. The leftover money is £233.16 in theory. I'm going to put £13.16 towards penny challenges. I do already have some saved over from the end of this week. That's going to be rolling over and putting in towards the Savings Challenge Sunday that's coming up. And because I did obviously have to put the money in and then get cash in and then had some pennies. So therefore that's fine. I just had to cash the pennies in beforehand. So penny challenges 13.16. I may start splitting them out again. Pound coins, £2, 50p's, 20p's, etc. I'm not sure yet. We will see. That very much depends on what my final plan for my kind of new income is going forward, which I haven't yet done. Should be done by the time I do a Savings Challenge Sunday. Rollover of 220 into August part 2. Here we go. August part 2, running from the 15th of August to the 4th of September. Are we all still with me? Brilliant. You can tell it's 1 o'clock in the morning because my brain is melting. Hopefully, now that I've got this out, I will actually sleep. Part 2, the goals are pretty much going to be exactly the same. The rollover is estimated 220. The bursary 700. Vinted aim of £50 a week again is 100. I don't anticipate doing any Vinted as we kick into September, at least not to start with. And other income, car boots, surveys, things like that, cashback 150, leaving me a total estimated income of £1,170. The part 2 rent there of £425, and my internet, because my new billing has kicked in, is going to be £30.91. YouTube premium of £11.99, water rates of £22, council tax, and this is the thing now, because I'm crossing over into a new month, end of August into September, I'm going to see some bills reoccur again, and this is these ones: £15 for council tax, £9.99 for Spotify, Now TV £9.99, Instant Ink £4.49, and mobile £28.60. It's possible that there may be some more that I'm not accounted for, and additionally, if any other bills try and get taken throughout the month, I'm going to just pay them. Even if I'm looking at my account going, I swear I've just paid you, why are you trying to take the money again? I'm just going to pay it and see where it's at. You will see that gas and electric is not appearing here. I am going to do a larger payment in September when I get the bursary through. It's a large payment to go out at any one time, and I'm a little bit wary of large payments that go out at any one time. That's not my rent at the minute because of July's fiasco. So I'll be making a larger payment, and I will be calling them and telling them that. And with my gas and electric, I pay what I can afford to pay. I don't pay what they want me to pay because I can't afford what they want me to pay. I would not be eating if they wanted me to pay that. I could get rid of all of my extra income and all of my subscriptions, or in terms of things, I could get rid of all things like this and my subscriptions, and it would still not be enough to cover the bill. So I pay what I can afford to pay each month, not what they want me to pay. I'll be making a large payment in September when I have a larger balloon income. So there may be extra bills that will probably need to come out here. These are just the ones that I can think of and remember for now, but you'll see them when I do my end of August update for you. So the rollover, if there's any carryover from that £100, will appear here. It will be accounted for, obviously, once I know what I'm doing, or once I know where I'm at with that. And that would account for in a larger rollover anyway. The food budgeted bill from the 28th to the 4th is £50. That is because I will be buying a lot to do a lot of batch cooking. I don't anticipate going back to £50 a week if I can help it, but I may need to do an initial bigger shop and then seeing where I balance out halfway through September. So that is why that is there. I don't intend to eat 50 quid's worth of food in 6 days. Fuel is 60. Like I said, I have got those inset days and training days that I need to commute to, so that will start to come into effect. I don't anticipate using all of this at the start of part 2 though. Cat is 45. Again, we're rolling into September and he has £15 a week. Medical 10, household 20, spending 70, so again accounting for that weekly amount, and then new job I've put as a question mark 50, and that is because I don't know if I'm going to turn up at inset day and be told you need to purchase X and you need to purchase Y and you need to purchase Z. So I've provisionally allowed 50 for them. That is on top of anything else that I've put aside and saved and or bought already. So that's a total of £305 and a total leftover of £307 and 3 pence. And here's where it gets a little bit more, we'll see what happens. So I'm accounting and aiming for £17 and 3 pence penny savings. It may be that, it may not, but I'm trying to put something down. If I don't need to pay for anything extra bills or anything like that, I'm hoping to put money in towards an emergency fund and get that rolling. I said that I want to start making this part of my monthly expense as part of my standard wages. It's not going to form part of any balloon payment. We will see what is left over. At the minimum, I'd like to put 100. I've allowed the 140 at the minute because that is what the budget is saying is going to be left over, and the remaining 157 is going to go towards any debt payments and any debt minimums that I have. Some of them may need to go a little bit later in the month. If it's what the cash flow says that needs to happen, I will ring and just give them a call and let them know. They will still be getting their money this month. It just might be a week late, and they will say yes or they will get nothing at all, because I am not. July really made it clear that cash flow is important, and it's something that I had taken my eye off the ball of. I went very kind of hyper focused into get my assignments done. I had a deadline change halfway through, and obviously the tyres, and I lost 2 weekends because of hiking, plus personal things that are still lingering. So I might actually go back to doing weekly check-ins for August, just for August, to keep me on track. I'm going to try and use this as like more of my Bible than it ever has been, because I really ideally need to be hitting or exceeding these numbers for this to work. On paper, I've got a healthy-ish income coming in August, over £2,000. So there is no reason why I shouldn't be able to make my debt minimums and put money into the emergency fund and cover things like this. Like over 2,000, I think this is like 2,200 nearly, or thereabouts. Like with that, there's no reason for that. Any days out I want to do can come from my spending money. Anything that I want to do on the house can come from my spending money. I've bumped it up a little bit to account for the extra long time and the fact that I've got projects that I want to do. I've accounted for any extra stuff in the new job. I've accounted for the fact that like I can't do that big 850 payment in one go. So what's the best way to do this? So we're going to see how I get on. This video is going to go up later today on the Friday. And you will see me back for Savings Challenge Sunday on Sunday with the change. It's sod's law, isn't it? I cashed in literally all of this was cashed in. I'm completely going to have to start afresh on all of my sinking fund and savings challenges, which is fine, because someone did comment after I'd cashed it in going, "Hi, I'm a new subscriber. Can I just ask how much you've got in savings?" And I was like, nothing. I have nothing in savings right now. All the work I'd been doing was well-meaning, but ultimately not really, too early, too soon. Not bad, but too soon. So thank you so much for watching. I will have a video out for you about the £100 grocery challenge. The fact that I'm doing it and attempting to do it for a second month in a row, I must be mad. Or I just have time on my hands, probably both. I will see you all very soon. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm going to love you and leave you now, and have a wonderful night, day, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. See you soon. Bye-bye.